Okay, it's Dan Brown here from MGE. I'm the Senior Service Consultant of MGE Management Experts, and we've got another Power Program testimonial. This is Mary Lee Gillespie. This is Dr. Gillespie. Thanks for taking the time to be here and talk to some people about the program.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, good. Hey, here's what I want to know is you were looking at the Power Program, then you went ahead and did the Power Program. I would love to know, what was your experience with the Power Program? And even before you tell me about that, I'd love you to paint a little bit about what was the practice like before the MGE Power Program?
So we joined the Power Program in, sorry, that was Betty.
Awesome.
Always moving and shaking, Dan. Sorry that Betty had to have her cameo appearance. That's my assistant for 18 years now. Sorry. Okay. So we initially joined in 2018, and we were kind of at a low spot in our practice. Dr. Rice, Julie Rice, and I started the practice in 2014, and Julie was about ready to give up the whole career of dentistry. And so she was, grasping at straws and trying to find something that made us better organized, because it was kind of like us on a hamster wheel, just spinning our wheels and really not being productive and getting frustrated. So she got a flyer in the mail that said time management, how to have a productive schedule from you guys. And so we went to the seminar and we signed up these. And so it was a big commitment to sign up, because we knew we had to leave Alabama and come to Tampa. And so, we just did it, and we haven't looked back since. And it's just been an absolute amazing ride with you guys. So when we first started with y'all, to give kind of numbers situation, we were probably with 2 dentists, 4 hygienists. We were producing about 120,000 a month. And so since we've been with MGE, March of 2018, our highest month has been 289,000 with 2 dentists and 4 hygienists. So we are trying to grow the practice even more so. We're hiring associates and trying to get more hygienists. And so our numbers will just keep going up, up, up. So that's where we are today. So, but we could not.
Fantastic. Wow.
We couldn't have done it without you guys. So we are thankful that we have you.
Fantastic. Well, that's just an amazing success. Well done to both you and Dr. Rice. I would love to know, before you came onto the Power Program, obviously, just like anybody, you had concerns about, the program, travel, whatever. What were your guys' concerns?
Well, we're both mothers. And so, that was a concern for us, being away from our families. So that probably was the biggest, how we're going to pay for it. I'm producing. So, that was really scary for us, and we wanted to be there together so we could talk about it. And, if you're going with your spouse or your partner, your dental partner, it's always good to talk about it, get feedback from each other, because we're going to hear something that the other one didn't. So that was very scary for us, to be there together without anybody here running the place. So that probably was the biggest concern. But it's crazy how it works, because when we started doing the ABCs and doing the Power Program, and we started just little tiny implementing, excuse me, we were producing more and working less days. How's that happen? So, I mean, it was that was taken away, of course, still being a mom, being away from the family, that was still a concern. But, that was thrown off really quickly with doing the small steps that you guys said, this is what you need to do.
Wow. Fantastic. Just amazing. And I'd love to know a little bit, obviously your numbers have improved. It sounds like you more than doubled your practice. It sounds like you did about 2.5 times where you were. How has this affected you beyond the financial aspect? And what I mean by that, how's the office environment, the office culture? How about your personal life? How has this affected you? Tell me a little bit about that.
So that's the awesome thing about all the technology that we've learned from MGE is that we don't just use it in the practice, we use it in our personal lives, our family, our spouses. We just had Marcus come up here and speak to us. And we actually, Julie and I had our spouses come to his seminar. And that was so amazing. So if you can, those tentacles just spreading through the community, and it just, I can't explain it. It's just absolutely, there's no words really how you can take it from the business and then put it into your personal life. It's great. I wish I could describe it a
Fantastic.
better way, but I really can't. It's just kind of you make it work and then it just automatically, organically goes into your personal life. And that's the same thing with my team. So with them listening to Marcus, I mean, it's not just about using it here in our four walls with the practice. It's about spreading it out to any situation that you're put in with communication.
Wow. And tell me, what it is like when you say spreading it out and applying it and taking it out, and what have you learned? When you look at the ABCs helped you learn how to get a higher acceptance rate and helped you improve your case acceptance and such. But the Power Program and the additional tools that you've learned, tell me about that and what it is for you.
Okay, so number one is organization. And so that probably just to, not the term, work smarter, not harder, that's a great term, but unless you actually apply it into systems like you guys have taught us, is absolutely critical. So scheduling, um, following that formula, doing team training, manuals so people know policies. There's so many different things, Dan. I can't run through the whole Power Program and tell everybody.
You've done fantastic. Let's do this. I'm curious, 2020 has been a challenge for not just dentists, but for everyone. I'm curious how you guys have fared. I know you were very tuned in to our, daily live streams and the help we were giving. I'm curious how things worked out for your practice. Give me a little story about where you're at. How does 2020 look? I'm curious.
Okay, so the financial seminar that you guys do is probably the key foundation factor of us not getting in a corner and crying over this shutdown that we had. I'm not kidding. I mean, I'm the one that is the move on. We're going to figure this out. We'll find toilet paper some way. But, Julie's the one that's like, the sky's falling, the sky's falling. If we had not had that financial seminar and done exactly what you guys had said to do, we would be, I mean, in a lot worse shape. And I don't know if we would still able to keep our team. We have a total of 28 team members. So, I mean, we would have had to lay people off. That would have affected our community. It was critical. I mean, just absolutely critical that we had that background and setup of everything that you guys had taught us. And right now we're thriving. And so it is just absolutely, you look at some of, we have colleagues that are around us that are not MGE clients, unfortunately, and they're suffering and they're having to cut back on their schedule. And I don't know how they're paying their bills and they're having to cut their teams down. So, I mean, if it weren't for that particular seminar in the Power Program, I mean, we wouldn't be here doing as well as we're doing today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just so glad that you guys are doing well. Well done. You know,
Thank you.
your spirited team is inspirational, truly. I mean, I love looking at your Facebook post and all the fun you have. Has it always been like that? Are you guys just naturally that fun and exciting?
We have been doing that before we got to you guys. I will tell you, you, Mr. Brown, are the inspiration for my Google reviews, though. When we started, your seminar alone has increased my Google reviews. We started with 32 Google reviews, and now we're up to 359, I think, Google reviews. So
Wow.
that has been because of you. So thank you. But
Well,
all of our
you're
fun
very
that we
welcome.
yes, I know. Da, da, da. So all the fun we have, around the practice, dressing up for Halloween, just being intentional on having a atmosphere of high tone enthusiasm is always been here. But it is intentional that we really do our Google reviews, make sure we have our surveys, have fun with the games, with the team, with the patient. So, all of that has been an inspiration for us that you guys have given us so many ideas. But yeah, we love to have fun.
Fantastic. That's awesome. I can
Yeah.
tell. I can tell. Last question I'm going to ask you. When it comes to if there's one thing that you could sum up, think about a doctor who's sitting on the fence. I don't know if I should do the power program. I don't know if it's for me. I don't know if it's a good fit. I don't know these guys at MGE. What would be your communication as a dentist to another dentist who's looking at the MGE program? What would you want to tell that person?
Um, I would just say, the biggest thing is organization. You have got to get your systems, and we think we know, and we think we're doing it, but we're not. I mean, I thought that my numbers were good, and unfortunately, some people's numbers are not that great. So, I thought I'm doing well, but, for the potential of you to excel so much higher with the systems and the organization that you guys have taught us is just amazing. And I cannot recommend you guys more because you have totally changed our lives here and outside of our practice. So, I mean, we couldn't have done it. We wouldn't be here as well as we're doing right now without you guys. So I thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. I'll give you an acknowledgement for the whole team. You're very welcome. And it's been such a pleasure working with you. And I look forward to the future. Dr. Gillespie, well done to you,
Thank
to Dr. Rice, your entire team. And looking forward to being here for you guys in 2021. And I'm very interested to see what your 2021 is going to look like, because it sounds like you have taken 2020 by the horns and absolutely dominated. So well done and continue.
Thank you. Thank you. We couldn't have done it without you guys. So thank everybody at MGE and sign up for the
I
power
certainly
program.
will.
Awesome.
Now, for you watching this, you too could have this same success. The MGE Power Program has helped over 1,200 of your dental colleagues make a combined $9.9 billion in additional revenue. And yes, that's billion with a B. And to give you an idea, after the first year of doing the program, the average Power client sees an 89% increase in collections. Within 5 years, it's a sustained 232% increase. What would that mean to you? Well, if you're collecting $50,000 a month on average, that's about $95,000 a month after 1 year, and $166,000 a month 4 years later. Even better, these doctors are doing these numbers while focusing on patient care, doing the type of dentistry they love to do, not just what the insurance covers, having a great team and enjoying coming to work in the morning, assuming control of their practice and schedule, being able to take time off and not working excessive hours, being able to sleep at night because they feel secure about the future of their practice, and knowing that they always have unlimited access to a top MGE consultant to get help and solve problems together. And what makes this all possible? revolutionary education and coaching on practice management systems that not only work, but that continue to work again and again as their practices grow. It's truly a case where some extra work now makes your life and the rest of your career far more rewarding. So what's next? Well, you need to find out if the MGE Power Program would be a good fit for your practice. And listen, don't wait. Enrollment for this year is limited. So go to mgeonline.com/power program and fill out the form today to learn more. Or call us now at 1-800-640-1140. We're here and we're ready to bring these same results to you. We want you to succeed, and we know how to make that happen.